Both are pretty tremendous in this matchup. Sock has had a crazy amount of practice versus Night Elves recently. Going into best of 10s versus Colorful on basically... it was basically happening every 2 days. LawLiet's practice, more secretive. But he's been playing more of these show matches recently. Has been preparing a lot. Leon said yesterday that they're practicing together. As Leon has Moon in his group. LawLiet, of course, with Sock and Hawk in his group. Makes a lot of sense. As a Phantom Aces guy. And oh, we got a Wisp here. Saved himself into a building. Sock going for the Golem. How aggressive are you be playing this Demon Hunter, my friend? It is an immolation Demon Hunter. It's gonna be a roaming, harassing Demon Hunter. And the impact here is important. The further you delay this expansion, the more damage you do early on. Warcraft 3 is a snowball game. The ripple effect is crazy. And how well is Sock prepared for this harass? He's been through this a million times against Colorful, who's playing an outstanding Demon Hunter, whatever he does. Is there a way into the base? I don't think so. Nice little sanctuary here. And this harass didn't do much so far. Conservative mana usage, not interested in these footmen at all. Peasants should be split. The herd ones to the back. And good defense by Sock. Now it comes down to how fast can LawLiet respond. We got a footy scout here as well. Sees, okay, there's nothing unusual happening. I don't see a second engine of war. I don't see a counter expansion by LawLiet just yet. So all according to the norm. And Expo started. Only with 4 workers for now. But this basically 0 damage done.
A player's forces are under attack.
Has the staff back home. Oh, sweet little block, my dude. And then he does it again. That's level 2 for you. Okay, if that was the first statement that LawLiet is in shape, I like it. But Sock's defense, like a big impassable wall. On the other side, we got an Archmage with damage. Sells the evasion. Of course, doesn't really need that. Boots are incredibly helpful. And Sock is trying to defend his Expo. And offense is the best defense. Demon Hunter is now forced to fighting footmen and water elementals. Unlike, in comparison to where he wants to be. Where he wants to harass peasants. We got no Wisp in the northern quadrant. So he can't staff onto anything once the 25-second cooldown is off. And he can't chase the Archmage because there's no boots here. 1 Archer lost. Can the ladies hold the base by themselves? I think so. While there is an expansion coming up. Arcane Tower. Close to finishing. Footmen hold the door. So spend your mana while you can. Staff is ready so you can get surrounded and also have a way out.
Is under siege.
But a very uneventful early game, I want to say. Of course, no need to risk too much at this stage of the game. Sock is making his expansion pay off. LawLiet is trying to counter expand. Both are willing to level as it's necessary in this matchup. Smart Archmage though. Oh, staff by Sock into the base! A little bit of damage was missing and this is now a huge problem. Wisp's gotta detonate against water elementals. Can he hold that lore? You gotta hold that lore. And he does with a double wisp detonate that is expensive, but so worth it. Nice play by Sock, but it also felt like that LawLiet is anticipating this due to the position of the Naga. Can he come in again? LawLiet might have to split. This lore, still a bit fragile. Archmage, no, just runs away. With that, Footman should be defended as well. This feels like a game of two people who know each other inside out. Sweet little play though. But once the lore is up, it's up.
Players' forces are under attack.
How much will these two wisp hurt? You need a lot of lumber. Dryads are expensive. Tech is required. Plus the bear upgrades, of course. For that, he gets the shredder. I like that. Can also be helpful in a fight. And on the other side, we haven't seen this base in a long time. 6 footy's still there. Tech is almost finished as well at 7 minutes 30. It is a solid timing. Not the greatest, but certainly not the worst. How do we feel about the Naga second, by the way? Ooh, with level 2? Not too bad. Staff action on both sides. But they continue to play passive. What style is Sock gonna be playing? Double Sanctum, Rifle, Caster, Push, and a Blood Mage. This is incredibly hard to hold. We've been seeing this many times in the past couple of weeks. Blood Mage will be very oppressive. Sock is trying to make a drive into the LawLiet base. He can detonate some wisp as he has plenty of lumber. Would of course be nicer to actually use them in the fight, but even nicer would be to force a town portal on that old man on the horse. With the Dryad slow, you might be able to do it, but the Dryad control here, oh, turns around. Sock, bit distracted maybe.
A player's forces are under attack.
And so he can't force a town portal here. If the Dryads were able to reach, if Sock stops moving one more time. And so we're kinda even, aren't we? LawLiet's tech at 50%. You need bears and you need to slow down the Blood Mage. Gets the rifle here, that is sweet. We have no staff, but a big invul potion. LawLiet would love to have some armor, ring of protection, or at least some HP, like something. No staff available. Ooh, and a town portal here. Looks like that was a bit unnecessary. But I like that creepjack here. It is about slowing down the human. He's gonna hit you so hard. A human doesn't need to wait. He doesn't need to tech. He wants the mass and he wants to run across and he wants to gun you off the earth. So picking up tiny little army pieces here is huge, as you do need more time. We got the Blood Mage too, that is banished. Sentry wards up. It's the second rifle. Archmage asleep on the wheel. Footman also. What the hell is going on? LawLiet exploding in damage. Sock totally overwhelmed as it seemed. The rifle's not in position with that. The Dryads have a lot more room to roam. And that's a Blood Mage kill at the 10-minute mark. LawLiet, this double entendre creepjack was pretty damn sick, I gotta say. Look at all the units, super duper mega hurt. No TP anymore, still no staff. But without the damage output of all the rifles that fell and the Blood Mage that's not there, the recovery should be ready, and we have exactly bears coming. Also, an early Ancient of Wind. I'm not sure if that's an early ferry or if that's just a precaution against possible Zeppelin drops. But this is what we got. For that, the shop had to be delayed due to lumber, I think. Yeah, lumber is, despite the shredder, relatively short still. And now LawLiet needs like heal wards, heal scrolls. But that was quite a botched fight by Sock there up top. He's getting ready for the push? Already? Interesting.
A player's forces are under attack.
Break is in. It's still 70 food. LawLiet, 800 gold. Spend it, boy. You need that army. Bears coming, and it is an early fairy dragon. If that thing is positioned well, it can tear the backline apart by himself. But it is tricky. The healing just isn't there yet. He does have double heal scroll. Hit towers, invul potion. 1 bear, 2 bears. That's the fairy dragon here. Not too many rifles actually. This fairy could be ultra effective at this stage. I'm missing the staff still. I'm missing an orb. LawLiet is not necessarily ready for this fight. If he had like 20 seconds more, this preparation would have been wonderful. But now the Blood Mage is here, sucking everybody dry. No more mana on any of the elves heroes. Supply is neck and neck. 2 fairy dragons. Really, really good. But the rifles are getting in range now. So is the Archmage. Were they worth it? Has to reset. No items available here. Still a winnable position for LawLiet.
A player's forces are under attack.
But this could be... This is level 3 Blood Mage. And that's problematic. Sock going for an almost Yumiko-ass play. With very, very, very defensive towers. That's a sweet positioning over the forest. Staff out. We do have an orb ready, but we still don't have a staff ready. Heal scroll in 15. Sock trying to abuse this position. Trying to claim shop control. Get all the heal scrolls. And then win that fight. 15 food lead. We got anti-magic. We do have a staff now. We got the orb online. But things are getting harder and harder. With 2 ways, 2 ways. Demon Hunter has to be the solution. He's the carry. Anti-magic to break out of banish. Fairy Dragon was nice. You see all the damage here, but it's time for the heal scroll now. And due to that positioning, Sock gets it. Tome of Retraining 2 into Blizzard. And this is when the Archmage really shines in the damage department. Bears marching forward. Fork Lightning is nice for a pickoff. Level 5. We have very little mana, but I think Immolation did the job. Staff was ready, but saved for the demon. 600 gold on LawLiet. Gotta macro up. Gotta macro up hard. It's the last seconds of nighttime, using a lot of the moon juice here at the expo. And now with the slow trap intensifying, how do you break this? 50 seconds till the next heal scroll. LawLiet just simply can't reach. And the towers are getting better and better and better. Sock got LawLiet in the chokehold. What's the way out? And what's the cooldown on anti-magic is the question. Because he's gonna need that. Two fairies. LawLiet playing a strong game. Sock a bit shaky, but still in a very good position. Let's see what these fairy dragons can do. Get all the attention of the rifles. Guns down 1, guns down 2, but that means there was 0 damage on the bears, and they're in the middle of it all. Archmage needed a potion and a scroll to somehow heal up, but now he's fighting in the shadow of the towers. He wants to break through. He wants that heal scroll. It's available. Sock can go for it. He has the gold. This is so much damage on the bears, and I think this fight is falling apart for LawLiet now. 2 of them dead. Very wild engagement. And that cost him dearly. Blood Mage on the way to 4. Wants to trade experience now. That is noticeable. That is an interesting blizzard, to say the least. But I think this human army and that position at the shop is game winning. Priests have some time to heal now. We also use Rejuve. Yeah, move to the side. Not healing, unfortunately. Shredder not shreddering.
The town is under siege.
Double Orb of Venom. But unfortunately for LawLiet, due to the timing, due to the time he gave Sock, everything is healthy again. What now? Ooh, the ferry position very approachable now as there was no wood. We got Wait, that was just a tier. I was about to say, how do we get Polymorph? We're not even tier 3. Brain, art. And here we go. Can we reach high-level Demon Hunter? The ferry's coming in. And the casters have to retreat immediately. Blood Mage may be blocked. Close. Banish again. And no dispel against that. There was mana on these Dryads. You need a hero kill. You need to get him out. The bears are suffering from the cold. Level 4 on the Blood Mage. There's the heal scroll as well. This position is unbreakable. Bears extinct. Scroll of protection. Demon Hunter out of the fight. Only 5.4. Sock is playing so good. Unbreakable position for him here. Shop control, guys. I said this quite a few times before. This position, similar to this position, is so hard to crack. How do you want to compete in these neck and neck fights if you can't go for the heal scroll? That's problematic. Now he's using the Wisp, trying to flood. Maybe that was a missing element. Ew, Blood Mage, Banish, Invuln. The Wisp did a solid job in blocking. Demon Hunter in a position where he might be able to snipe that, but there is the cloak and no reveal. Oh man, that item saving the Blood Mage while he's attacking his Blood Mage himself. Interesting, but I guess for the greater good, he's doing way more damage to the bears than the Blood Mage has taken. In the fights, dude, it's crazy how competitive LawLiet is, despite the unavailable items, despite the tower support. This is great control, but is it good enough? As this is just heal scroll after heal scroll after heal scroll. Same for the invulns. Can nighttime save him? For Sock, mortars would be the cherry on the cake. 2-0 upgrades. 2-1 upgrades, actually. Priests get their upgrade now. But Demon Hunter 6, guys, could break this. Gets a sweet Fork Lightning in. This is a tiny army. But the heroes might be able to do it. Hero focus galore again. Heal scroll there. The rifle blocks the Demon Hunter in a way that he can't block the Archmage. Wonderful play on both sides. And now the floodgates are open. Expo under threat. LawLiet held back most of his army. This is a lot of bears, but will they be there in time? There's no third base. What are we waiting for? This Expo has to hold. But it's not holding. What are we waiting for? 2 base, 1 base from here on out. It is the 21-minute mark. The main base has expired. If LawLiet breaks this push, he could use the Tree of Eternity. But he needs a crazy impact now. Archmage a bit far forward. That's the dangerous side of an Archmage if you go Blizzard. And now how do you reach? You gotta reach with Fork Lightning as long as you have mana trying to maneuver out of Siphon. And no heal scroll this time on Sock. This is the last ditch effort for LawLiet on map 1. We've seen an amazing tug of war between them, but not running out of Blizzard is a problem. No heal potion either. Naga swapping it over. What's the Hail Mary? Where can LawLiet win this fight? The Dryads are fighting rifles. This is not ideal. Demon Hunter close to 6. But then he still needs mana against the Siphon Blood Mage. And there we go. You are not getting your ultimate, brother. 50 food only for Sock. And tons of damage. With a potion? Can he just break this? The mental fortitude by LawLiet in this game is fantastic. Expo for Sock. Out. Main base out. We are expanding again, but only with one worker. That's nothing. And Sock has not much gold no more. LawLiet is mining. He can recover now. These towers were expensive, and of course it's like 5 towers. They hold no value now. And what do you do against Metamorph? He doesn't have the mana actually, which is funny. And no mana potion, but he doesn't have to if he kills that Expo. This is more experience. Oh my god. Would love... It gets that cancelled too. Are we expanding here now, maybe? This Expo cancel is massive. And now, for the first time in a long time, LawLiet has a heal scroll. Sock's levels are getting better and better though. Level 5 Blood Mage. He has to push against Metamorph though. How do you do that? Creep Jack. Big time. Metamorph! Here we go. Instant TP. Trying to get some damage in. There is, of course, Dispel against it. And that's the big, big, big red spot for LawLiet. What he got? Arc of Reincarnation, as this is now a very hero-focus-centric matchup. Or it's gonna be. An Arc is never wrong. You could also transfer it into gold or convert it into gold. Here we go. Invo potion on the demon so he can't be banished. He wants the damage now. Archmage in trouble. Banish up again. Dispel. Scroll of the Beast on top as well. 7 HP. OMG. What a sick save by Sock. But will it really save him? Naga has a mission. The Fork Lightning. Has to use it on the spell, on the casters in the back before the Siphon gets rid of it all. But LawLiet wants a decision now. And I think he has very, very good reason to. Another Fork Lightning lines it up. Gets a triple kill on the Storks. So little slow now. Didn't reach the heroes though. Didn't reach the heroes. Wait. Okay. He was at 40. Doesn't matter! As he gets zapped! Old man falls off the horse. Sick game by both players. Sock was a little shaky in the mid game, but again, what a tug of war this was. What a sick tug of war this was. This hold against the tower rifle caster push position at the shop was outstanding. And if you had any doubt that LawLiet is taking this tournament seriously and that he really wants to go back to Dubai, here's proof. Here's proof. This is Warcraft at its best. GG, great game, so fun to watch. LawLiet MVP, shocking GG, epic, wow, less than 3, less than 3, less than 3, fun games. Hell yeah. I would say, oh my god, 2 times 500 bits by running 2020. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing support. Yeah, it's noticeable that this tournament is different. It's noticeable that this tournament is tier 1. That was the case for Hawk before. In game 1 versus Fly, and this is definitely the case here too. A strong LawLiet opens up the series far and wide with a 1-0 on the neutral map Hammerfall. Another 500 bits by running. Oh my god. We're running towards the hype train here, my dude. Sock has some room for improvement. This was not the best Sock I've ever seen. And in 2.5 minutes, we're gonna get there. Into map 2. Holy hell! How did he survive that push? Dark, thank you for the sub. Let's go, Joe! That was some crazy sustain, wasn't it? I'm not even 100% sure how he did this. I mean, obviously, Moonworlds and Reju is really good. But I've seen many, many, many good to great Night Elves play against this push and they fell at some point. And then he got the win condition level 6. Ooh. Hammerfall to LawLiet. Next game up in 80 seconds. Bucky or Toxie, if you have any explanation for what just happened and how he did this. This was a lot of hero focus, wasn't it? Definitely a play I don't always see to this extent. Focus fire, Archmage or Bloodmage, whatever is in range. Stop attacking for a bit, run around, go in for the block. And then you automatically have to go for a more defensive position, and you can't reach that much with Blizzard or Siphon. And Sock was kind of prepared for it, but not to a necessary extent. Maybe ChatGPT was right, guys. Maybe ChatGPT was right all along. "15 seconds till game." At the Rara qualifiers, Sock defeated LawLiet twice. At the Ancient of Wonders Cup, he defeated him as well. This is not the Rara qualifier, though. This is not Dortmund, but Dubai. Probably relatively even in beauty. As we move on to map 2. Can LawLiet do it again? This is... spoiler for the tier list. The greatest map of all time. It's Twisted Meadows and Match Points LawLiet. Will we be exposed to his signature hero? Will we be exposed to the Warden. And how does Sock play this? Is it a similar push? Is it expansions? Is it tier 3? Is it mass air tier 3? Or is it tank tier 3? And is it maybe a Mountain King opener? Uh-huh. There we go. Oh boy, we are in for a treat. The best Warden player against the best Mountain King first player on the greatest map of all time. That's the stage. I'm here for it, guys. I'm here for it. This is gonna revolve quite a bit around expansions, of course. This matchup oftentimes does. It's gonna revolve around mercs, creeping, consumables. And what hero counters the other? Is the Stormbolt gonna prevail? Or is it Shadow Strike? Will the Clap own the late games, or is it gonna be Fan of Knives into economy? I said it before, Sock has played so many games versus Chinese Night Elves. And we all know that Colorful and Kaho are great players, but nobody ever has played a Warden like LawLiet. And I would say nobody ever came close to the Warden of LawLiet. Oh, second engine of war gets scouted. That's important. So, question now. Are you gonna pull the creeps or punish this Ancient of War? Or are you focusing on your expansion? Sock is making the call to go for the expansion. With that, the Warden at some point will be in position and might get access to lots of mercs. A bit surprised here. He could simply tier 1 push. With all these mercs. Sock sees it though.
A player's town is under attack.
It was nighttime. I'm not 1000% sure if he saw the Huntress Hall. But he does remember the Ancient of War. Attacks it, and with that, he's out of position for this, and the Warden goes to town, literally, with the Fan of Knives. This looks like quite a disaster for Sock, I might say. We are still not tacking, but you really, really, really want this expansion if you're the human. And now what? How do you get this up? Trying to get the footmen in position so they soak up some damage, but this is 4 out of 6 peasants killed?
A player's forces are under attack.
But what's the follow-up? We do have Wisps here. We do have Hunts here. Sock will not have a comfort zone in this game at all. Very early lumber mill for some guard towers. Love the scouting. And here we have the first AP.
Town is under siege.
Mountain King coming in. Stormbolt, surround. Gotta go blink. Mana's low. Mana's very low. This could stop the push immediately. I think LawLiet has realized, yep, I gotta get out here, so committing some hunts, a kill would be huge. Doesn't get it. One more fan of knives. Would have been tremendous for the double kill. And now maybe plan B expansion up north. AP is scouted as well. These guys were roommates for a while. They traveled the world together multiple times.
A player's forces are under attack.
You gotta double down. The tech is already late. You gotta double down. Go for mercs, go for XP, go for level 3. Hope for the biggest items possible. Oh, is that a blink fake? Ancient might fall. It's a Skull of the Beast, which can be a game-winning item with this push. Of course, was hoping for some mana. But if you're all in, and your opponent doesn't have the spell, that's a crazy amount of damage. AP's growing again. Shadow Priest is down, no healing. And Tower's not up yet. One is up. Tricky. No TP. This is all in.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, the Stormbolt is massive. He needs that damage. He needs that damage so bad. Nice splits by Sock. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Another Stormbolt will seal the fate. Yeah, you won't use that Berserker in this push. Expo up and mining. Quite some footmen also down. Looks like Sock was a bit overwhelmed here. And more wisps. The APs are up. And they're not that easy to break. Another Ancient. Would love to see a shop, but I always do. Sock with the Mercs! Eminem! Muddy and the Mauler. This is a lot of control, and this is also a lot of damage and meat. Can he deal with that AP? No repair by Sock at the moment. Still no repair. Glaives are coming. Mountain King did a good job regenerating. Just lets the Arcane fall. Surprising. Very surprising. Sock willing to die for that glaive. How can he reach? Blink Fan could be a double kill. And Stormbolt level 1, like this is the key to not let the Mountain King level at all. Level 2 Stormbolt would be a way different thing. Fan of Knife, Skull of the Beast, this is it. We're shifting the target. Mountain King down to 1/3 already. Maybe a staff is necessary. That's finally level 3. Can he deal with the hunts? There's no piercing damage. The Mauler is doing a good job. One well controlled. Mountain King. Oh, that's level 4. She dead. Last second TP, but takes the Mauler with him. That would have been so much XP on war. Oh my! It was a double kill. He just double clicked TP to the Expo. And that is a brilliant, brilliant move by LawLiet. Blink Fan winner bracket final for LawLiet on the humans winners map, losers map. Not going into level 6 multi-bases. LawLiet 2-0 Sock. 2-0s. And that's the first huge upset of the tournament. The first huge upset of the tournament. With amazing resilience on map 1. And some cheeky strats on map 2. Sock felt not 100% focused. A bit off. Maybe not his time of day yet. I don't know.